Adam confronts Nick and Sally, and Kyle repeats his proposal to Summer. On today's episode of The Young and the Restless, Jack offers some sound counsel to Kyle about his predicament, Nick raises close suspicions, and Summer finally says yes. When Adam knocks on Sally's door at the Grand Phoenix, he is shocked to see Nick standing in his apartment. What was he trying to interrupt, he thinks. Sally, what's up with my brother being in your suite? Niccolo scowls, asking, what gives you the idea that that's your business? Before the surprise wedding ceremony at the Abbott house, Kyle shows Tracy some of the photos he has taken of Summer that he loves. As it turns out, Tracy agrees with Summer that he's making a big mistake by keeping her in the dark about his plans. She should look forward to and prepare for the party. The question, will she have a maid of honor? This was something that had not entered Kyle's mind. When asked to elaborate, Tracy just replies, exactly. Kyle knows she'll want to experience all the exciting activities she missed the first time around. According to Tracy, they should be doing this jointly as well. Summer will be very upset when she finds out. When Summer enters, she immediately inquires, when Summer finds out about what? As soon as Tracy leaves, Summer gives Kyle 3 seconds to explain the situation. Phyllis pulls Diane over at Jabat and informs her that Maria praised her work. Due to the fact that she has no prior relevant expertise, Diane explains that she is responsible for penning the Marchetti home press release. Phyllis can't believe a newbie was handed the reins. Diane suggests that the higher-ups are confused about their goals, and then suggests that Phyllis planted a funny file on her computer. According to Phyllis, she has no idea what she is capable of until she performs something like that. A seed was not planted by her. In the event that she intended to defeat her, she would be aware of this fact. Diane admits she has spoken to Kyle and Summer about her worries. Phyllis makes fun of her for crying in front of the kids for something she had nothing to do with. Kyle gives a statement at the Abbott estate about how much he adores Summer and how she and Harrison are the 2 most important people in his life. When he holds her hands, he remarks that it already feels like they've been together forever. Even though she didn't ask for it, Kyle admires her bravery in letting Harrison into her heart. If given the choice between you and anyone else, I'd pick you every time. He tells her he feels lucky to have her by his side through life, and Summer reassures him that what's to come is truly extraordinary. He is fond of them as a family and appreciates their narrative. He is curious as to whether or not she would follow him any place in the globe. Upon hearing their destination, she inquires further. Return down the aisle as Kyle instructs. He begs her on his knees to marry him once more so that he can be the happiest guy in Genoa City. According to a recent report from the United Nations, the United States is already feeling the effects of climate change in the form of increased frequency and severity of natural disasters, such as wildfire. Adam tells Nick in Sally's room that he'll let him know when he's ready to chat. It appears, according to Nick, that Sally does not have anything to say to him. Adam argues back that Sally can express herself quite well without Nick. All Nick has to tell him is that they were having a private talk in a private spot. Sally wonders what Adam is doing there after receiving a text from Chloe inquiring about her whereabouts. What exactly do you require? Nick thinks about how Victoria just texted him the same thing. Sally has told him repeatedly that they are not to meet, yet he seems to be actively seeking her out. She doesn't understand why he keeps unexpectedly visiting her in her hotel room. Almost as strange as the 2 of you being here during business hours, Adam thought to himself. That's the last place I'd look for it. As Sally waits for his message, she ponders his intentions. Adam is going to hold out until he is sure Nick has left. Sally wants to have a private conversation with Adam, so she tells Nick she needs some time alone with him. He then follows up with, "You sure?" Adam mocks him, suggesting that he poses a danger to her. Sally assures Nick that he is okay, and he leaves. It's the sigh of relief that Sally lets out. "Are you cheating on me with my brother?" Adam probes. Summer, at the Abbott residence, questions whether or not Kyle has gone crazy. To paraphrase, he thinks they should get a second chance. Kyle wants the spotlight to be on them while they're partying. Even though they tied the knot in Milan, it didn't seem like home. He wants to celebrate their joyous occasion with all of their loved ones and friends. Kyle says that he and Tracy had discussed surprising her with a vow renewal, but ultimately he decided against it. Thanks to Tracy, Summer has a good time laughing. They have a passionate embrace. to which Summer replies, "I'm going to need a dress." When she learns that Nikki is in Los Angeles consulting the foresters about making her a custom one, she is taken aback. Kyle says that he had to be honest and tell her that he couldn't surprise her with a Marchetti outfit since she would find out. She gets it. A sentiment often expressed by Summer to her husband. "I would love to marry you all over again." The two of them engage in a passionate kiss until Summer reminds them that they need to get back to work. Diane tells Phyllis at Jabba that Kyle and Summer have the final say on whether or not she is guilty. After venting to her son, Phyllis helped her feel heard and supported. Following Diane's departure, Jack comes into view. Phyllis says she told him she thought she was being set up. Upon hearing this, Jack inquires, "Did you?" Phyllis gives him a sidelong glance. With no response, he says, "When I asked her, she responded with a snide no. Is everything all right?" Jack need not inform her that doing so would be disastrous. Someone like Phyllis can understand. Upon their arrival at Jabba, Kyle gives Summer a quick kiss and then heads inside his father's office to see him. "Mom," Summer boasts to Phyllis, "I know everything." When Phyllis finds out they're discussing the vow renewal, she responds with a grateful "Oh, thank God." Summer is relieved that everyone is able to get along for once. Phyllis complains that she has to kill herself to keep the secret. Summer elaborates on why Kyle revealed this to her and claims that he renewed his proposal with Anil. Phyllis is overjoyed on her behalf. It's a happy time for them as they prepare for the wedding and embrace one another. While Jack is on the phone, Kyle informs him that Summer is aware of the vow renewal. Jack finds out that Tracy warned him that it was the kind of surprise no lady would welcome. His father finally asked him why he still seemed so distraught. Kyle wants to talk to him about something else. His mother contacted him in Summer because she found what she believes to be evidence of Phyllis' guilt on her computer. "It all makes sense now," Jack says, as he passes along the news that Phyllis has declared her innocence. Kyle claims that if this is the case, Phyllis will have to be let go, but the fact that they are both caught in this loop is even more frustrating. Currently, there is no sign of improvement. Jack thinks it's a waste of time. Kyle wonders if it wasn't a bad idea to put them both to work for the same company. Chloe approaches Nick with the question, "Have you seen Sally?" while they are both at Crimson Lights. Since Adam is looking for her, she feels anxious. She can't afford to have him sabotage her concentration once more. "I think Sally's got this," Nick says. Chloe's doubtful inquiry, "Yeah, really?" Nick thinks she's learned her lesson from the day before and is starting fresh. Nick thinks she's more resilient than most give her credit for, and that she'll be all right no matter what happens to her. She will be an invaluable asset to Newman, I believe. Chloe was blind to how intimately familiar they had become. Sally explodes at her brother, asking him in a hotel room, "Am I sleeping with your brother? I don't know how you'd even start to say it. What gall you have." She tells him he's wrong and speculates that the whole reason he's been trying to find her is so he can make false allegations. "Baseless?" Adam asks. Arise, as it were. Sally is angry that he wants to act the jilted lover after dumping her. Adam says she's trying to dodge the issue. Sally exclaims, "What would it matter if I were sleeping with Nick? Everyone is an adult and can make their own decisions." While Sally suggests, "You could go back to Chelsea," Adam smirks. When asked why she should give this any credence at all, she scoffs. In an intimate gesture, Adam approaches Sally and says, "Sally, this is important to me." After their constant back and forth, Sally no longer understands his priorities. She risked her career for him because she thought he was important, and she was right. "I know it wasn't your fault, Adam." Now she has to work to prove she's more than just one of his exes, but spending time with him just confirms the skeptic's beliefs. "I'm going to have to stop doing this with you. I need to think about myself and my needs first." Adam checks the entrance. Nick left the room and asked, "Which is what, Sally?" When asked what's wrong, Sally replies, "Your absence." They'll never get back together since she will never forgive him for using her. "I'm finished. I'm starting a new chapter in my life. You need to do the same." Chloe makes fun of Nick for being Sally's best friend at Crimson Lights. He had a serious conversation with her regarding their professional partnership. "We can only progress as a group if we constantly encourage one another." He says he wants Sally to succeed in her position and that he persuaded Victoria to keep her on. He understands better than anyone the potential dangers of Adam's psychological manipulations, but based on my little information, I think she will be all right. With a nod, Chloe agrees. And the plan is? If Phyllis and Diane are causing difficulties at Jabot, Jack will inform Kyle that they must both go. To which Kyle objects, both of them? Who cares whose hands are dirty if they're both here? According to Jack, picking just one would make things much more tense. Hearing people say their promises out may help Kyle's friends and family remember what's truly essential. He is impressed by their work and would be devastated to lose either of them from Marchetti. Jack proposes they meet so he can voice his worries to them directly. Let them know that the policy has changed to one of zero tolerance. From now on, there will be no more antics. During their time at Society, Kyle and Summer discuss how they warned Diane and Phyllis that they would be fired if they disobeyed. Summer thinks that's ridiculous, especially because they might lose some key players. But she does agree that Phyllis is starting to get competitive when it comes to her own wedding. Kyle is concerned that if they do nothing, their ceremony may devolve into a gunfight. As Jack suggests, they decide to put them on notice. Phyllis leaves Nikki a voicemail from Jabot, asking in a hushed tone what Nikki is up to in Los Angeles. She claims that everything is okay and under control. Nikki is reassured by her when she receives a text from Summer wanting to meet at Society. They've agreed to have a chat after dinner. Adam walks into Crimson Lights. Nick, sitting at a nearby table, takes one look at him and immediately had visions of having sexual relations with Sally. He claims to have immediately addressed whatever it was he needed to discuss with Sally. Adam isn't sure if he's excited about their upcoming private meeting or not. Is this your way of punishing me for ditching Newman? Is Dad in on it? Tell them what? Nick interjects. Adam ponders. Their father enjoys a good revenge scheme, but he didn't think Sally was good enough for him. What's he going to think about her sleeping with the golden boy? Adam takes a seat. There's also Sharon. Nick, I think you can safely assume that she will not enjoy this. Is Summer okay after everything Sally has done to her? Angry, Nick says, that's enough. Adam deeply regrets upsetting him in any way. Nick informs Adam that he is a destructive force in all of Adam's partnerships. Adam scoffs at his offering him analysis. After recent events, he had hoped they could reach an understanding, but that hope has disappeared. Why is that, brother? Overheard by Chloe at Newman Media, Nick has made it very apparent that he is Sally's biggest fan. Very positive feedback overall. Diane approaches from behind Phyllis outside of Society, prompting the latter to inquire as to whether or not she is following the former. Phyllis had just noticed Kyle and Summer watching when they begin to argue. They anticipated this would happen. Diane tells her she needs to try behaving for a change. Phyllis doesn't have any concerns. Then she and Diane go inside.